Okay. Hi, welcome to our Tuesday night drop talk. And I am co-hosting. My name is Laura Turner, and I'm co-hosting with my longtime good friend, Miss Nancy Monahan. And we're happy to have you joining us to learn more about Partner Co. And as retired teachers, we love sharing and educating people. So we're really glad you're here. And our goal tonight here is just to give you some information about Partner Co., who we are, but most importantly, to give you a little education about the drops, what they are, how do they work, who do they work for, and then how do you get your hands on them? Okay, so that's kind of our plan for tonight. So, a little bit about Partner Co. We have a disclaimer before we get started that we do not treat, diagnose, um, any medical situation. I can only read part of my screen here. These are nutritional products to promote overall health, and individual results may vary. So that's our little disclaimer to get started. So these are our founders, two men, John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist. I absolutely adore these men. I have never met two people that are so committed to wellness around the world. They want everyone to have the best products. They want people to have um, health. They want people to have wealth. They are all about giving back to the people that are in their community, giving back to the world, giving back to the people that work with them, people with their products. Uh, Nancy and I've had the pleasure of meeting both of these men, incredible hearts. Our founder here, one of the our lead brand partner CEO, he came from us from a product called Noni and was a very successful man in this industry. And his good friend, Darren Zobrist, was a very successful businessman. And we actually are a company that's been around for a little over 3 years. And they decided to partner and really kind of came together with several different small companies that were struggling during COVID. And what I love about that is they created a company that is a true partnership. And when they created this, so a lot of the products have been around for a long period of time. Actually, the drops have been around 13 years. When I found the drops, I was shocked because I'd never heard of them. Noni has been around for more than 25. But you can see scrolling through there on the screen is that Partner Co. has almost 100 products. And they do everything from balancing your hormones, healthy weight loss, energy, immune health, help you reduce inflammation, nutritional products. If you use shakes and collagen, maybe some green drinks, they have athletic support, better sleep. There are things for gut health. And I know a lot of us are out there ordering from Amazon, picking up at pharmacies and different places. And what I love is that I can get a lot of my health and wellness products all here in one store. So I have fallen in love with a lot of different products. And so we'd like to kind of let you see just a big picture, but our main focus tonight will be on the drops.
Well,
So
and what I
Nancy.
love is that these products are, tested and proven, right? They are clean. They are going to be from the best sources. I'm sorry, I can't go to the CVS down the street and get this quality of supplements. We have speaking of tested and proven, we have an amazing team. That these five faces that you see on the screen are just representing tons of teams, people, teammates behind them. We have Dr. Ray Strand, and he's our chief medical officer. What you need to know about him is he's an MD doctor, and he was had a practice for 40 years. When things got a little, he had a lot of questions on how to help his wife in his journey of feeling better through some autoimmune. And he has a lot of questions that he went right in and he looked at the holistic side. And he saw also a need to help people who are insulin resistant. And so, with those questions and then that curiosity, comes together some wonderful products. We have Dr. Joshua Plant. He's our Chief Science Officer, and what an educator. First of all, his whole job is to not only just create these amazing products, but is to make sure that they are the best. He will not put his name to any of this unless it is the best. And what I do love about him is he is the best teacher. He spends a lot of time with us on Zooms explaining the science, which I'm a little nerdy. I love that, but he also can put it into his place that I can understand, and a lot of people understand. And it's important that we understand our health and wellness and how we can build up to be the best person ever. We have also on this team of wellness people, we have Kristen White, who is really is a gym owner. And I say that that doesn't really cover her what she does. She has lots of gyms, but what she is a fitness uh, expert, I would say. And talking about her role is talking about a lot of the supplements that serve her body and can help serve our bodies when we're working out, when we're living our day-to-day life. We have Brett West, who's our senior director of research and development, and he is a fascinating guy too to hang out with. His level of expertise range far and wide, but he is the Noni expert. He has done a lot of uh, clinical studies on Noni, and they are all available on our website that you can really look into this even more deeply. We have Dr. Crystal Vance, who is our Wellness Council president. And you will be hearing a little bit of more about her story, not as a doctor, but as somebody who was not feeling well, and how her journey from really, really sick to really, really well. What you need to do know is that these products are tested and proven with 250 plus clinical studies, over 1,000 annual quality tests. Annual. Every year, these tests are, we go back and revisit these. The global physician endorsements that we have the scientific advisory board. All of a sudden, we do everything we can to make sure we have the best of the best.
100%. And I love that. I love that. And one of our best is the drops. And like I said, they've been around for 13 years. And I love that Dr. Strand was one of the key doctors. Like he was using them when they were on the clinical studies with his clients that he was worried about metabolic disease. So
Mhm.
he comes with a lot of experience and he's a great educator as well on these
Yeah.
drops. So these drops are clinically proven and doctor recommended, hormone free, all natural, safe, and effective. And what I love is that we know that we can, lots of us have been on diets and weight plans and things like that, and we can lose weight on diet alone. But what they have done is these drops help you drop the weight twice as fast. And I feel like they do more than weight loss. And I don't even like to call them a weight loss thing because they have so many benefits to our health. Uh, so when you do the drops, though, we are all about, we want to create habits for life. This is not a get skinny, get healthy quick. It's about creating good habits so that you can have your best life. And so we encourage our droppers to eat from a low glycemic food plan. And basically, this is the list. It's not, all inclusive. There's no way we could put all of the things that need to be on here. But what you're doing is you are eating foods that are going to serve your body that are low glycemic. We want to avoid those high sugar spikes and things like that. So you're going to be eating real food. And I always say, if you're shopping the perimeter of the store, except for they do hide a lot of things out there lately anymore. They're on to us, right? But you're looking for
Mhm.
real food. And so if you are eating real food, you're going to be serving your body so much better. So you can see we have a nice list here of protein. Protein is essential to our health. And I know I'm a retired teacher, but I do personal training and health coaching. And I know that most people are not getting enough protein. And that's why we're hungry. And that's why we're turning to other sources of food. So getting enough protein, eating generous portions of fruit, vegetables, look at that list. I mean, I'm trying to get out of my box here and try some of these vegetables because there's so many great ones to try. There's sea vegetables. You can see I missed there behind this my screen. We have plant-based. So if you want some protein in the plant family, look here for your protein. We give you the best choices for fruits, and I always say, I always teach my clients good, better, and best, And so some of the fruits aren't on the list, and that's because they're higher in sugar. Okay. But if you're going to have a Snickers bar or a banana, I'm going to say go for the banana, right? And because a banana is not on the list, but like I'll have a banana after a workout because that's a great time. So you can kind of time some of those foods out. Condiments, you can look at that list, be careful. We'll help you. We love locking arms with you. We want to help you to become a better label reader because that sometimes I will say people get sabotaged by little sneaky things that get in. And a lot of times it's the condiments. We want to encourage you to eat healthy fats. So healthy fats, protein, vegetable, load up the herbs. You can make foods taste really great with the herbs and spices. And then the sweeteners that we encourage is the stevia and the monk fruit are ones that besides your natural sweeteners. And then we have a small look at that small avoid list, but I'm going to tell you it will sneak into a lot of things. And so what we have recipe books. Well, I love talking to my clients and say, what are your favorite foods? Let me help you pair that. Let me help you use this food list to really make foods that you love and enjoy. You can eat so well on this plan. So Nancy,
Hello, yes.
hi.
So why should we use the drops and eat low glycemic and move our bodies? Well, I don't know about you. There were some moments in my life that I didn't know what was going on my body. And when I started seeing some of these symptoms of a hormone imbalance, these symptoms of night sweats, food cravings, food hunger, oh my goodness, hot flashes, insomnia, fatigue, tiredness, weight gain. These all started happening in my body, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was very fortunate that I saw a post on Laura's post saying there are reasons. There are reasons why our bodies are going through this. So this is one of my favorite slides because I think it was so liberating. All of these symptoms like weight gaining, difficult losing weight, fatigue, low energy, poor sleep, all of those down the left side. But when I looked across, they said that this indicates that the hormone that was disrupting my weight journey, my fatigue. It was disrupting my memory, that reoccurring brain fog. If you look at these hormones, the insulin, the cortisol, estrogen, you will see them repeated as you go down that list. All of these are very, very powerful hormones that do our bodies a lot of wonderful things when they're working properly. This next page, you're going to see another list of some of the same ones, but these are more of the sex hormones, the estrogen, progesterone, and the cortisol. Oh, again, you'll see the symptoms of irregular periods, hot flashes, night sweats, hair thinning, low libido, bloating, digestive issues. If you just look across, these hormones are indicating that if you have these symptoms, that these hormones are not working properly. And I will say that I noticed cortisol over and over again, and that is that stress hormone. And my friends, these drops do such a great job of pulling back the body's cortisol level a little bit and just leveling things off. And we're going to see why in just a minute. In just a minute.
Well, flip. There we go.
There you
So
go.
that was perfect, Nancy. And the why is
Mm,
because what is in the drops. And I
yes.
think that both Nancy and I were both blown away because you look at the symptoms, because honestly, I looked at the symptoms and a lot of it for me, I said, well, it's age. This is what happens when you're in your 60s, welcome to the 60s. And actually, I'm thinking, well, when I was in perimenopause, I mean, like, hello, for 20 years, we're having all of these symptoms. And what I realized is that when you look at the different symptoms, over to the left is an ingredient that has been added to the bottle. So the first bottle is called Slenderex, and it is all homeopathic ingredients. And so what I'm not going to even try to pronounce them. So what I love to do is just look at the left is the name of the homeopathic ingredient. And we have lots of great research on that. If you want just a simple flyer, PDF, a little video, we can send that to you. That gives you more about the specific ingredients. But I just like to know, like, I just need to know how I can feel better. So you can look balancing your hormones, addictions, food cravings. I've been talking a lot about food cravings to different clients, how to help your immune system. Nancy said weight loss, thyroid, skin, constipation, worry, emotional stress. Look at the list. I don't want to read it. You can read it. You can snap a picture of it. If you want this slide, we can send it to you. But there are whatever the symptom is, the ingredient would help with that symptom. Then the second bottle is called Accelerate, and it is a bottle full of herbal ingredients and has 8 different ones in it. And B12. And if you get this bottle and you look at the B12, people are blown away about the form of it and the amount of it that's in this bottle. And it's going to help with mood and depression. And B12 helps with a lot of other things, skin and energy and all these different things. We are all not getting enough B12. I will definitely say that. So then we have biotin, and it's more than just your skin and nails, people. It's your metabolism. It helps stabilize your blood sugar. Green tree, green tea, leaf extract, weight loss, energy. You can see all of the different natural herbs, how they help your symptoms. And I know lots of us have used ashwagandha in some things, helping with the stress, the cognitive ability, memory, sleep, rhodiola, energy. And so I love these two little bottles. I actually call them my happy drops because I feel better when I'm using my drops. So I'm going to let Nancy share a little bit about transformations.
That's right. I get the pleasure of introducing our guest speaker, and this is Ava Marie Griffin. And first of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know that it's you had to kind of carve some time into your busy life. Ava Marie is a holistic nurse, and I have a feeling that she's a fountain of information. So. Ava, thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
so much for asking me to share. It's been a while, so
It's
a little
okay.
nervous here, but
We're just real people. That's all right.
I know, right? I popped on and I'm like, I'm late. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're happy you're here.
Yeah,
I was thinking an hour later. I don't know
I
why.
It
understand.
happens.
So for me, my journey started in 2015, but I want to give you a little smidgen of where I come from. So the Bible teaches us that our bodies are sacred temples, of the Holy Spirit, entrusted to us by God. And this calls us to honor his temple, honor our bodies, including making mindful choices about what we consume. And as a nurse, who has improved her own gut health and many other issues that I've had. Collaborating with Dr. Strand was the most amazing thing in my life.
Mm.
And I don't think I will ever go anywhere else. I'm all in. So in 2015, when I did start, I came in with the Limu Company. And that alone was the opening to me sharing about holistic remedy. And when that happened, I actually was diagnosed with COPD. I had chronic asthma all my life since I was 6 months old. And the doctor immediately sent me home with my parents to put me on medication since I was 6 months. So not only that, my poor body was inflicted with vaccines and all these other different, what, healthcare is about. And it helped me to realize where I needed to be. So when I was diagnosed with COPD, that was in 2015, the doctor at that time told me that by the time I'm 50, and I'm 52 today, I would be walking around with a nebulizer or some kind of a breathing machine to help me breathe all the time. So with that, a friend of mine dropped off a bottle of Limu and she told me to put it in my nebulizer. I nebulized it for 3 days, and after 3 days, I no longer needed or had a focus on, I need my inhalers, I need my medicine anymore. Now, we don't heal, cure, or diagnose here. And that's the glory of it all, because it all comes from God. And when we merged with PartnerCo, or we became PartnerCo, that was the beginning of another chapter. And these drops fell in my lap. I knew that they were back there because I'd used them. I had lost 80 pounds on another program, and I started seeing myself gain weight. And that actually helped me stop gaining that weight. Well, a year later, maybe, I was back on the drops because I'd stopped them because I'd reached my weight loss goal. And the reason why I needed them again was because I was suffering from hot flashes, night sweats, all of those things that are on that list, including I was just not a happy person. And my family can testify to that. I was just not a happy person. And as of today, I started what is that new program? The Shred program.
Right,
Oh.
right.
And it's just kick-started my weight loss again. Because, us women, we go up and down all the time. 2 pounds here, 2 pounds there, and it ends up being 10 pounds later. And it's just helped me to focus back on what I need to focus on.
Yeah, it gives you that oomph, that the motivation, right?
Yes.
That's what I love about our body challenges, the body balance challenge, the shred, and all of that stuff. So it really invites us to get motivated and get back to work, right?
Community too.
And it's funny how when other people see you doing that, they're like, wait, I want to do what you're doing.
It's contagious, right?
So it is. And just keep posting, because you know what? The posts work.
Yeah. Well, so you use the drops and the Limu. Do you take any of the other products?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I suffer from a lot of inflammation over the years. I fell out of my fifth wheel. I've had a bruise from the bottom of my head down to the bottom of my tailbone.
Oh my gosh.
So I will be on anti-inflammatories probably the rest of my life. And MOA is one of my other favorites. It is absolutely wonderful with the 36 superfoods.
I am very grateful for that product myself. That and the Limu, I have Hashimoto's and lupus, and so those products have allowed me to move my body still, and keep moving forward and feeling great. So
yes.
oh, Ava Marie, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and share a couple more testimonies. Do you have a moment to stick around, and then if anybody has questions at the end?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. All right. Can you see my slide with Julie Park?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Thank you. All right, Julie Park. Julie Park is actually a great role model and a leader and for me and my team. She has this little woman on the side with the cute little dress and everything. That is the woman that we know. That I never knew this woman whose body was sick. And after a couple months on the drops, and being introduced to how good somebody could be feeling. This woman is all in. She is, again, one of the leaders of our company and diagnosed with diabetes, insomnia, perimenopause. She had was it pancreatitis? Which she was so sick.
That was
And
really bad.
just that journey coming back is amazing, and she hasn't slowed down a bit. Oh, Tiger is a gentleman that I met about a year and a half ago. He was just getting off an airplane, and the man was ecstatic. We had a conference in Utah, and he was so excited because it was his first trip on the plane without oxygen. The man that you see the before is in ICU. He has suffered long COVID, and he was one of those people that was in ICU all by himself, fighting for his life. His wife, Stephanie, and family could not be there with him. Every moment was scary and terrifying, and didn't know how he was going to pull through. Well, he's a strong man. He came through it, but the repercussions were damaged lungs. He's lost his strength and terrible brain fog. He was 6 months on the drops, just 6 months. He lost that visceral fat, the 30 pounds of visceral fat. He has more energy, restored strength. He's off oxygen. This family even moved from Colorado Springs to Oklahoma because of the altitude. He was so sick. So he is living his best life. It is so fun to see him with his pictures of his grandkids and fishing and he and his wife just enjoying every bit of life. Well, that is me. Again, I suffered from Hashimoto's, lupus, infertility, all of these things. I had multiple surgeries on my joints. Just my body was failing. At 60 years old, I sat on the couch and thought I wasn't going to get back up. I was recovering from a significant foot surgery. And I decided I was going to eat clean. That was my first step. And then I thought I felt better. That's good. And then I started seeing these little posts. I'm like, well, let me see what this is all about. And I messaged my friend Laura Turner, and I'm like, very skeptical. I'm like, what is this snake oil? And I said, I want to know what's in them. And she sent me the ingredients. And I was familiar with a lot of it. I'm not to say that I'm a holistic expert, but I was familiar enough, with some of the things. I asked for the research. Bam, so I was one of those clients that I needed to see, regardless. This is my after, and it doesn't matter how I look, it's how I feel. I can move. I'm I'm hopping on a jet ski. I am walking. I am, chasing my grandkids around. I'm off the couch. And that is big. And I'm enjoying my husband, and we're enjoying this, this life of retirement, so to speak, right? This is Popo, and he calls himself the Slim Man, and He's actually so inspirational. When I first met him, he was more on to the side of the left, and his journey has continued. And he swears by these products of the drops, Renew, and Advantage. And he does work out, but not to the extreme that his body is showing. He is swears that these products have helped just lose that visceral fat with especially the Advantage, and has really lowered his cholesterol. I mean, all the medical side of it are clearly better. The physical side, man is having a blast. He's having a blast. We have Kathy Beavers. This is Laura's sister, and really, she started it all. I think Laura saw a post of Kathy. I guess I should let you tell your sister story here.
I could.
Yeah.
We actually have been on a health journey together for a long time, and I remember she called me and said, "Okay, you're going to see me posting." I'm like, "What?" And she tells me a little bit about the products. I'm like, "Okay, well, you go, girl." And I'm just going to sit over here and watch. And I was, like I said, this was not my sister until like for this just happened in a very short, about 3 year period. And when she got diagnosed with Hashimoto's, she did not want to take any prescriptions. And so she went to a homeopathic doctor and was on a lot of different supplements and really not getting the changes that she wanted. And so she saw a post because she was friends with Julie Clark and they were homeschool moms together. And so she did the drops, and I could not believe the change. I just watched my sister changing. We live 13 hours apart. So I watched her changing online and through conversations and FaceTiming. And then when I saw her live, I'm like, wow, you have changed. Okay, tell me more about these drops because I'm like, there's got to be something in there for me. So you can just see from her pictures, and she just feels great, great energy. So I love that for her. I'll flip through these last few ones. This is Michael and Marcia, and I love seeing couples do it together. Nancy and her husband have done it together. Tiger and his wife have done it together. But I think more importantly is that you can read the slide. Both of them have lost pretty good amounts of weight. Both of them had other health issues. He had depression, anxiety. He had a very stressful job. Most important is that he feels good. He has great energy. No, he's off some medications that he was on before. And I'll never forget when we had Marcia on, it was probably almost a year ago. And she said, the best thing about this is when our kids, they said, we got our mommy and daddy back. They play with us all the time. And that's what this is about. This is about you enjoying your best life. So I think that is huge. And what we want for everyone is for them to really enjoy your best life. And this is our last slide. This is Dr. Crystal Vance, and and you heard Ava Marie talk about Limu. She also came from Limu, and she was a person that had health issues, again, like Ava Marie, her whole life and on steroids for her autoimmune disease and struggling with her own health, and found the Limu and lost 80 pounds with the Limu. And then later on, the drops came along and lost her 80 pounds. I think, did she say recently she's 7 years maintaining her weight? And actually, she looks better every year. She's really aging backwards. She's looking phenomenal. So, all right. So I'm just gonna this transitions to exactly what I said about Marcia and her husband Michael. It's like, what is your health worth? And I know that for me, I want to be able to enjoy the things with my grandbaby, my first grandbaby. I love to move my body. I love to golf. I love to travel. My husband and I like to go places, and I want to enjoy life. So I want to keep doing that. And so I think when we kind of picture what do we want for our life, what are you willing to spend on it? And I remember kind of reevaluating when my sister said how much the drops were. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that much. But then when you look at where you're spending your money, whether it's on a coffee at the coffee shop every day, or maybe it's an energy drink or a soda or other activities. I know we had a girl on about a month ago, and she said she added up her fast food bills. And I think it was like, was it Nancy, like $500 a month or something like that? It was unbelievable. Like when you start really looking at where you're spending your money, do you want to spend it on your health or do you want to spend it somewhere else? I think that's really important. So I'm going to do the next few slides. I'll let you wrap up here, Nancy. So you can buy retail. So if you go online at Partner Co, it's $176. A 4-pack would be $531. And what we do as brand partners is we buy in bulk. And what we love about that is that when you buy more, you can get a better discount. And then what we'll do is we will ship it to you. And depending on where your brand partner lives, they'll kind of tell you that price, but anywhere between 160, 167, even if you get it for 176, they're going to probably save you tax and shipping. So we always want to help you get a better deal. But we always say wholesale price. I love the Partner Co is a $29.95 one-time fee. Lifetime, it's not every year, one time, and you're going to get a 30% discount for life. And so instead of buying those drops at the 176 retail, you can get them for 123. And these are a couple other little products. The Sugar Stop helps stop the sugar from curb your sugars like 40%. And then you heard Nancy mention the Ab Advantage helps with the visceral fat. So I love that we have little products that you can even bundle those with. And I love this one. You heard both Nancy and Ava Marie talk about the MOA, and I love the MOA as well. It's a great product if you have any inflammation in your body. It's a great recovery product if you like to work out, but it has all of those fruits in there, those antioxidants in it. It's got 12 different mushrooms in it. It is a phenomenal product for your inflammation. And that other product, Renew, that's my other favorite one. It helps your HGH hormone. It facilitates it to reproduce, right? And as we're aging, it's like your muscle mass is going down, your bone mass is going down, your HGH, as we're aging, starting at age 30, it all starts down. So we have to do something to supplement it. And this product is actually phenomenal. Okay.
So, we always recommend when you're considering the drops, give us 90 days, right? It didn't take overnight to get your body into, I would like to say, the way I was. It wasn't overnight. I worked really hard and long to get it into the state it was, and it's going to take me a while to get it back. And so we always want to say that give us 90 days. So with this is that most people start with a 4-pack. And I highly recommend it because right there you are committed to helping your body heal and feel better. If you can get that 4-pack and you can use it, you use that commitment for 3 months, and then maybe you invite a friend and you can give that 1 box to your friend. You can maybe, maybe a spouse or a friend, you can split it up 2 to 2. When you buy a 4-pack, it's 371. For all 4, that puts it the box $92.75 per box. So again, you can do the math. You can figure out how's the best way that you can get some money back or share that cost. One of the ways that you can open a business. And that's what, for $29.95. First of all, I want to just say, I said no. I told Laura I will never do the business, and I'm just leaning in as hard as I can because I wanted to help people, right? So I activated my business by buying one of the bulk packs. she locked arms with me and she taught me how to make this money and how to make money fast. I got all my money plus more back within the first 30 days, based on our system of growth. And again, we talked about the 4-pack, seeing in front of you that you can, some people are like, I'll buy the 4-pack and we'll see how this business goes, right? So you can buy it wholesale, $371, and sell those boxes, each of those boxes for $160. You are going to make a profit of almost $270. You do like I did. I bought a 10-pack, even though Laura told me to do something else, and you'll find that out in just a minute. She suggest well, I bought the 10-pack for $876, and I was afraid. I didn't do any more of that because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to sell my products. Well, not only did I sell that 10-pack, I had to go back and order it 3 times. And so I made, $2,100 in profit. So this is what Laura was trying to get me to do is, that 30-pack is the best way to go because it is, you sell those for $160 and your profit is $2,600. So and really friends, all you have to do is sell 15 of those boxes and you've already paid for it. The rest is your money to keep. It also, at that level, when you buy at that level of the 30-pack, it allows you to enter into a bigger business model, so to speak, that you get to be gold and ultimate, which is a fancy way of saying you're going to make more money based on your sales. So we like fancy here, right? So you have the potential to grow your business immediately, and that's what I loved about that.
Yeah, I do too. And so we hope that tonight you learned a little bit about Partner Co. and who we are, about the drops, why you'd need the drops, if they would be a fit for you. Maybe you saw a story that you connected with, or maybe you know someone that you saw, like, I know somebody that has that or needs that. Like, we are a word of mouth business. Like, share this. We're all about locking arms. We want to get as many people healthy as possible. And then Nancy and I shared with you options on how to get your hands on a box of drops, a little package, whatever fits for you. Or if you have an interest in knowing more about the business, please let the person who invited you know that you have questions and you want to know more about business. But we want you to get in where you fit in. And so ask questions. We're here to serve you. And we just thank you so much for your time tonight and jumping on. And we are cheering you on towards your very best health. And we hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to stop the recording here. And then we're going to let anyone ask questions to Miss Ava Marie or to anybody on our team here if they have questions.